What's going on YouTube? This is Dre the Plug coming at you guys with some more technical heat, and in this video I'm basically just going to describe to you guys how to add a touch switch instead of actually having a push button or a manual switch like a light switch. It's like, bro, we have all these different type of switches. We should be touching everything. And basically what I'm going to do is just show you guys how to add a touch switch to any project you have. I mean, it's 2020. Why are we still manually switching stuff on and switching stuff off, or trying to go in and have push buttons to the point you got to push it down and push it up where you could just touch it? So I'm gonna just put this into perspective and add it into a project. I'm gonna just do a small example. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let's get into some of this technical heat. All right, so jumping into it, I have my touch sensor. You see how small it is? You can literally see you have two circles where you touch it. You can touch it on the back or you can touch it on the front. It'll instantly go off, which is way better than all these other buttons and switches out there. You know what I mean? Like buttons and switches over time, it ended up breaking either way. But if you actually have a touch, you can't mess that up. Then I'm gonna use my buzzer, and that's what I'm gonna use to give you guys a legit example of how I'm gonna make this work, tie these two together. I'm gonna put the code down in the description below like I always do in the treasure test, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put the links in the description too, just so you guys can go out and actually find this sensor touch. So let's get into it. I'm gonna show y'all how to construct it and put it together so y'all could add this to any project y'all done already created. Let's get into it, man. It's Dre the Plug. Let's get into this technical heat. Okay, so jumping into how it's constructed, the way I've seen it on YouTube, it seemed pretty complicated. Like a lot of the videos, it didn't really show how you can make it a switch for like any component whatsoever. So what I'm gonna do is just show you guys how to easily make it a switch, and you can just add any type of component between the whole entire process of the touch switch and of the beeper or whatever type of electronic you'll want. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about real quick. See how quick it works? Then if I touch the back, it's instant, like smooth. So let me just show y'all real quick what I'm talking about. Okay, so jumping into our touch sensor. So as you guys can see, the ground, the orange wire right there is connected to the ground. So all you do is just connect that one into your ground. The next one you have is brown, and you see that it has VCC right there, right? So that's where your voltage pin is gonna go. And like I always say all the time, you could clearly tell that, I mean, the only light that's going off is just this one right here. So you could literally put it right there in the 3.3 voltage source. Instead of taking up that 5 voltage source, you can just use it in that one, because I mean, it's not like a lot of power is actually being generated from this, you know what I'm saying? So use that 3.3 voltage source, and then keep that 5 voltage source wide open for you to use something else basically. So then right after that, jumping in, I actually coded it for my signal pin to be 2. So instantly, if I just plug that up into 2, the whole entire touch sensor will work properly. But what I want to do is actually show you guys how to turn it into a switch and to basically add any electronic components or components in between the two. So basically, as you guys can see, I put a whole wire right there inside of the 2, and I brought it into my breadboard along that line. And then I added my signal pin on that line too. Then jumping over here, I have my other ground port. This is strictly just for my electronic. So right there, you know, the black wire is the ground. So as you guys can see, those are lined up. And then right here, I have my red wire, which is my power. As you guys can see, those are also lined up. So now I have the ability to connect everything together. So that's all you have to do if you want to add any type of electronics. So y'all probably asking, oh, so can you go in right now and add other electronics in between it right now? Yeah, I can. I could literally just go back in, add any other one, and it'll work properly. So just to show you guys that you can add other electronics in between it, like I did, I just added a light right here. And then like I said, you could also add like speakers. Like I showed you guys the video of how to make a whole entire speaker, and then add music and audio and all type of sound effects to the speaker and have your own voice. You can put that in between the two. Let me just show y'all how both of these are already connected as if it was a switch. and that's pretty much it. Alright, so jumping into this code real quick, the first thing I want to point out, the way that I have this coded specifically is a little bit confusing, because not only did I end up coding it in such a way that it can take out electricity, I also made it to where it could take in without even using the Arduino whatsoever. So let's get into it real quick. So in the beginning, I have define write 1, then I have int electronic equal to 8. So one thing about this little section right here is the fact that you could name this pin right here whatever you want, and on top of that you could put it to whichever number you want. And the reason why is because I'm not even gonna plug it into the Arduino, but the Arduino is manipulated to think that you're gonna plug it up into the Arduino and get electricity flowing out of it, when in reality you're not. You could literally get a whole nother power source, put it on a breadboard, and then just use it from that. But I'm just manipulating the Arduino. Next thing you do, I'm gonna go on to my void setup. I have Serial.begin 9600 right here. This is basically my serial monitor. Serial monitor there. Serial monitor print, that's how it's gonna print out touch. Serial monitor here, this is how it's gonna print out not touched. But I'm gonna just go back to the beginning and just break down everything for y'all. So then I have pinMode electronic output, which basically mean I'm gonna end up letting out electricity. The next one I have pinMode wire input, I'm gonna take in electricity. And both of these is gonna have the same amount of electricity flowing in and flowing out. So that's why this is able to work. Right after that, I have void loop, where I have int electronic, and then I have it equal to digital read, and then I have wire. Right after that, I have if wire is equal to high, that basically means turn on in coding language. Then right after that, I have digital write electronic high again, which means turn on. Then right here I have the same thing like I said before, your serial print. This is what's going to end up printing out. If I want to go in and actually look at the results and read it in a serial monitor, I could do that, but because I'm actually showing you guys a mini project, I'm not going to get into all of that. But if y'all want to, y'all can still go into serial monitor and check it out, see it actually touching and not touching. Then right after that, I'm gonna go with my else statement, because we already know what will happen if I go into my if statement. So my else, I'm actually going to digital write electronic low, which basically means turn off in coding language and C++ language. Then I have serial print not touched. So once it turns off, it'll display that it's not touched. Then lastly, I have delay of 0.9. So let's get into it. I'm about to just upload it real quick. You see I'm verified. Everything working smooth. So let me go ahead and upload it to the Arduino. All right, lastly, so I showed you guys how it's constructed, but I'm showing you guys why I am able to actually add other electronics onto my project. Because what most people do is they'll try to connect it to the Arduino. What they'll try to connect to the Arduino is specifically your signal wire. But if you just end up putting it and connecting it to the same power that you'll get from 2, it's power all on this line right here. All on this line right here is power. So right here, it's taking in that power for it to go right back to it. So that way you don't have to worry about it or have to plug it up into the Arduino, and it's still in line with other electronics. You got me? So that's the only thing, that's probably the main reason why you probably haven't seen anybody that ended up coming up with this, because you kind of just have to manipulate electricity a little bit. That's some technical heat for you, man. And I'm out. And that concludes this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really do help the channel. Definitely go check out my Instagram, DreDaPlug123. And then go also check out my other YouTube channel. I'll have it linked down below. This was the channel I started a little while ago. It's basically about barbering and basically giving your own self a fresh cut and looking nice when you step out the house. So definitely check out that channel. I do all types of different haircuts, and be looking forward for the next video that drop. And I'm out.